Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining MTBC's fourth webinar on the MACRA series. My name is Ikram Sagar, and I'm one of the Health Information Technology Specialists at MTBC. Today's webinar is titled MACRA and MIPS, the Essentials. A little bit about MTBC. It was founded in 1999. It currently serves 70+ unique medical specialties in 45+ states. We have 2,000+ employees with a 24/7 operation. We are ranked among the Deloitte Technology Fast 500. We are an Inc. 500, 5,000 company. We have operational facilities in 3 continents. We are a SureScript certified solutions provider. And we are also publicly traded on the NASDAQ exchange under the symbol MTBC. Let's have a look at what MTBC offers. We offer a fully integrated solution, which includes practice management, EHR, revenue cycle management, and mobile health products for your Android and iOS devices. Here are some of the value-added services that MTBC offers. Business intelligence module, appointment reminders, lab connectivity, medical transcription, toll-free patient help desk, personal health records, and so on. Okay, by now pretty much everyone has heard of MACRA. If not, we can get you up to speed. On April 27, 2016, CMS released a highly anticipated proposed rule to implement Medicare Access and CHIP Reauthorization Act of 2015, which is called the MACRA. The MACRA proposed rule consisted of 962 pages. We haven't read all of them, though. MACRA was passed by Congress with a strong bipartisan supermajority and signed into law by President Obama in April 2015. See, MACRA introduced what is called the Quality Payment Program, or QPP. You will hear that a lot, the term QPP, which emphasizes value-based payment models like MIPS and APMs. The CMS public comment period on the proposed rule ended on June 27, 2016, and CMS released the final rule on October 14, 2016. The first performance year began on January 1st, 2016. 2017. So we are currently in 2017, and your performance year has already started. So here's some of the new terminology that you will hear over the course of period. One of them is MACRA, that's Medicare Access and CHIP Reauthorization Act. QPP, like I said, is Quality Payment Program. Then MIPS, MIPS, that is Merit-Based Incentive Payment System. They've introduced a new term, it's called EC. So EC is Eligible Clinician. Before they were using the term Eligible Professional, which is EP. So now they're calling, they have introduced the term Eligible Clinician. Then of course, PQRS, you're familiar with that, Physician Quality Reporting System. ACI, Advancing Care Information. We'll talk about these during this webinar. So MACRA final rule was released on October 14, 2016 by the Department of Health and Human Services, and they had a comment period implementing the Quality Payment Program that is part of the Medicare Access and CHIP Reauthorization Act of 2015. So CMS made some significant changes in the proposed rule and offers more flexibility and pick your own pace approach. They have reduced the number of required measures. They have reduced the time and cost for small practices. They have excluded more small practices from the program. They have simplified reporting and scoring. And they also introduced a new Quality Payment Program website which explains the new program and helps clinicians identify the measures and activities that are most meaningful to their practice or specialty. And that website is https qpp.cms.gov. It's very, useful, informative website. So the MACRA legislation, it introduced what is called the Quality Payment Program, or QPP. And QPP has two tracks. One is MIPS, which is Merit-Based Incentive Payment System, and the other one is Alternative Payment Model, or APMs. Okay, let's look at who falls under which track, that is, who is eligible. In the MIPS track, the following clinicians are eligible: physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, CNSs, CRNAs, and groups that include clinicians. And under the APM track, the following CMS programs are eligible: Next Generation ACO, Comprehensive Primary Care Plus, CPC Plus, Medicare Shared Savings Program, Tracks 2 and 3, Oncology Care Model with two-sided track, two-sided risk, Comprehensive ESRD Care. Our focus at MTBC will be on the MIPS track. Let's have a deeper look at MIPS. The official CMS website for the QPP, or Quality Payment Program, is, like I said, qpp.cms.gov. They recently revamped it and have added a wealth of information about the program and categories. There's also a section where you can determine if CMS has deemed you eligible for the program by just entering your NPI number, as indicated by the arrow, the yellow arrow. Until 2016, we had multiple programs, independent programs. You had PQRS as a separate program, then you had Value-Based Payment Model, VBM, as an independent program, and then Medicare EHR Incentive Program, which is called MU. They were independent. Now, MACRA streamlines those programs together into MIPS as one program. So you have to report all of these together under the MIPS umbrella. Let's have a MIPS overview. There's going to be a 100-point scale, which is composite of multiple programs. It rolls together and sunsets 3 programs: PQRS, VBM, and Meaningful Use. It increases and consolidates financial impacts. It ranks peers nationally and reports scores publicly. MIPS is budget neutral, so that means that incentives to winners are funded by penalties applied to the loser. We'll talk about how you can avoid the penalty as well later on. So let's look at who is eligible, like under different years, like as far as titles are concerned. So in the years 1 and 2, which is 2017 and 2018, the following titles are eligible: MDs, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, CNSs, CRNAs. And in years 3 and onwards, like that is 2019, the Secretary of Health may broaden eligible clinicians groups to include others such as physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech language pathologists, audiologists, and licensed clinical psychologists, registered dietitian, nutritionists, licensed nurses, and so on. They're going to broaden the eligibility of who can participate in the MIPS program going forward. Okay, let's see who is not eligible for the MIPS program. If this is your first year of Medicare Part B participation, then you're not eligible. Or if you have a patient volume which is below a certain threshold, and that threshold is defined by the CMS as Medicare billing charges less than or equal to $30,000, and you provide care for 100 or fewer Medicare patients in the 1 year, then you are ineligible for this program. Also, lastly, if you're, certain participants in advanced alternative payment models are also ineligible for this program. You can participate in this program either as an individual or as a group. A group is defined by the taxpayer identification number, or TIN. Okay, let's look at the cycle of this program. It is a budget neutral program, so 2017 is the transition year, and you submit your performance data to the CMS by March 31st, 2018, and your first payment year is going to be 2019, and it could be either plus 4% or minus 4%. I mean, it could be a payment adjustment of a positive payment adjustment or a negative payment adjustment based on how you have performed in the 2017 year. And these payment adjustments, go up as the years progress. 2020 is plus and minus 5%, 2021 is plus and minus 7%, and 2022 is going to be plus and minus 9%. Okay, CMS estimates that about $50 billion in Medicare revenue will be at risk by 2022. Now, these figures have come from CMS 2013 PQS, experience report. In 2019, on the average, a physician could either earn, $4,000 or lose $4,000 based on the 4% payment adjustment, and these figures, go up over the years, based on the the percentage of the payment adjustment. Estimated impact in 2019. Again, these are estimated figures by the CMS. MIPS adjustments will apply to some 687,000 to 747,000 providers. That's a lot. $833 million in negative payments will result in 833 positive adjustments. That is, the losers will fund the winners under this program. CMS also expects to pay approximately $500 million to exceptional performers who have gone well beyond the call of duty. MIPS impact on the existing programs, they have renamed PQS to Quality. They have renamed the value-based modifier to resource use or cost, and they have renamed MU or meaningful use to advancing care information. And there's one more new category under this program. Is called clinical practice improvement activities. That's a brand new category under MIPS. MIPS has four categories basically: quality, which was PQS, improvement activities, that's a new category; ACI, advancing care information, that's your former meaningful use; and cost. Cost is replacing the value-based modifier. You're required to submit data from each category to earn some sort of positive adjustment or incentive. Okay, we will look at each category individually. For the 2017 year, quality is weighted at 60%, resource use is at 0%, improvement activities is at 15%, advancing care information is at 25%. First we're going to discuss advancing care information. That's the first category under MIPS that we're going to discuss. In 2017 performance year, you can either use 2014 edition EHR or a 2015 edition EHR and report MU modified stage 2 measures or stage 3 measures respectively. But in 2018 and beyond, you will be using 2015 edition EHR and report MU stage 3 measures. Okay, current meaningful use program has thresholds for measures. It is either all or nothing. There's little choice in what you can report. There's also clinical quality measures reporting. You can apply for exclusions or hardship exemptions. This is the current existing meaningful use program. And in the future, the ACI program has base score and performance score. Thresholds have been eliminated. You can choose which measures to report. CQMs have also been eliminated. And Medicare and Medicaid are now separate incentive programs. They're no longer aligned like they were previously. The number of measures has been significantly reduced from the previous meaningful use program. So basically 5 measures in the base score, 8 additional measures in the performance score. So there's total possible points of 155, and you only need to score 100 points to, required for maximum score. Thresholds, exemptions are no longer there, so they have reweighted that. You can reweight your ACI to your quality category. There's also bonus points. There's 5% bonus points for registry reporting beyond immunization registry. Let's say if you want to report syndromic surveillance or cancer registry, you earn 5% extra for that. And there's 10% bonus for using cert for clinical improvement activities. If you use a certified EHR technology to report improvement activities, you get 10% bonus on that as well. Okay, now the point structure of the ACI category. Total possible points are 155. Base score is 50 maximum points. Performance score is 90 points maximum. Bonus points are up to 15 points. So adding up base score and performance score and bonus points gives you your composite score for the ACI category. If you earn 100 or more points, you get the full 25 points for this category. The base score, let's look at what is base score. The base score has these measures. So these probably look familiar to most of you who have been participating in meaningful use. Those of you who have been participating in MU are already familiar with these. You are required to have a numerator, denominator values for each of these measures. There are, however, no thresholds for any measures. The measures are basically e-prescription, health information exchange, security risk analysis, and provide patient access to their health information, through the PHR website. So this makes up your base score. And in performance score, there are 7 measures. Again, there are no thresholds for any measures. The measures are basically as follows: provide patient access, that's 20 points; view, download, transmit, patient-specific education, secure messaging, health information exchange, medication reconciliation, immunization registry reporting. We're talking about 2017. These change in 2018 and because of the meaningful use stage, so that there's a slight difference in the 2018 and beyond. So we're talking currently about the 2017 performance. These are the measures, and they're all familiar to you, those who have been participating in meaningful use. These are the measures of the modified stage 2. How will you submit your data to the CMS? If you're participating as an individual provider, your choices are as follows: attestation, QCDR, or qualified registry, and there's also EHR direct. For group participation, your choices are attestation, QCDR, qualified registry, EHR direct, or there's also a CMS web interface for groups of 25 and more. The next category under the MIPS program we're going to talk about is the quality category, which is at 60%, and the biggest chunk of your MIPS performance comes from quality, which was previously known as PQRS. As you can see, it's the biggest chunk out of the 3 categories that you have to report. Okay, here's what the existing or the previously pre-QS program requirements looked like. Let's compare that to the existing the future quality program. See what the difference is between the two. See, the major difference is in PQS you had 9 measures, and had to select from 3 distinct domains. Under quality, they reduced the 9 measures to 6 measures. The domains have been eliminated, and like for claim-based reporting, you will still be reporting 50% of your Medicare patients. And then each reporting method has its own benchmark. We'll talk about the details in the future slides. So the characteristics of the quality program, the list of these quality measures is available on the qpp.cms.gov website. For claim-based reporting, there are about 271 measures across various specialties. And they've introduced a new scoring method. There's a 10-point decile scoring in 2017, minimum of 3 points for just submitting a measure. And 2017 for claim-based, you're required to report 50% of your Medicare population. In 2018, is 60, goes up 60%. So your quality category composite score consists of your performance score plus the bonus points. In performance score, you can earn 60 to 70 points. You have decile scoring, and each measure is scored relative to benchmark. For example, 20th decile equals 2 points. You can earn some bonus points as well for end-to-end reporting, or if you report on high priority measures. If you score 60 to 70 points or more points in this category, you earn the full 60 points in the quality category of the MIPS composite score. How will you submit your quality data to the CMS? Here are some of the methods listed. If you are participating as an individual, the most commonly used methods are either through claims or qualified registry, but you can also report through QCDR and EHR Direct. And for group reporting, you can submit data using QCDR or qualified registry, EHR Direct, CMS, web interface, and so on. Okay, the last category of the MIPS is clinical practice improvement activities, or they have shortened it to just improvement activities. It's at 15% of your total MIPS score. Now, CMS has listed 92 possible activities for the eligible clinicians to select from. Some activities are weighted at 20 points and some are at 10 points. The providers can select 4 activities of their choice to earn the 40 maximum points. Small practices need to achieve only 20 points. Choose either 1 high activity or 2 medium activities. And full credit, is given for patient-centered medical home, PCMH. Minimum of half credit for APM participation. And CMS defines small practices as those, with 15 or less providers. Okay, let's look at some of the examples of these activities. Expanded practice access, population management, care coordination, beneficiary engagement, behavioral and mental health, emergency response, and preparedness, and so on. Okay, so let's talk about the scoring in the CPIA category. You can select 2 high activities and get full 40 points, and earn the 15% composite score from this category, or you can select 1 high category and 2 medium categories to get the full 40 points. And small practices, they can just select 1 high activity of 20 points or 2 medium activities of 10 points each to get the 20 points total. Okay, the 4th category is the resource use or cost category. We won't be spending too much time discussing this because for the year 2017, the weight of this category is set at 0%. Basically, the score in this, of this category is calculated based on Medicare claims data, meaning there's no data that a provider needs to submit. So we'll talk about it in future webinars, when it is more relevant. But for 2017, this category is at 0%. We won't be spending too much time discussing this. Okay, let's have a quick recap of MIPS. In the next few slides, we will look at what each eligible clinician needs to do in 2017 performance year, also known as the transition year. Your reporting period is a minimum of 90 days. Now, if you want to earn some positive incentive, you have to report at least 90 days of data. You can start anytime between Jan 1st and October 2nd, 2017. Deadline to submit this data to the CMS is March 31st, 2018. And as you can see, the quality component is at 60%, advancing care information is at 25%, and improvement activities is at 15%. So basically, you only have 3 categories that you're responsible for in 2017. For ACI, in a nutshell, basically, you choose up to 9 measures and fulfill the requirement for a minimum of 90 days. Those measures are security risk analysis, e-prescribing, provide patient access, health information exchange, patient-specific education, medication reconciliation, secure messaging, view, download, transmit. These are all the measures of community use stage 2. For bonus, you can report public health and clinical data registry reporting measures. Also, you can use EHR to complete certain improvement activities, and you get bonus for that. Okay, for quality category, there are 271 possible quality measures that you can choose and select from. You report up to 6 quality measures, including an outcome measure for a minimum of 90 days. If an outcome measure is not available that is applicable to your specialty or practice, choose another high priority measures. The list of these measures, quality measures, is available on the QPP website. You can, we can also email you if you like. We have the list. And for the improvement activities in a nutshell, there are 92 activities to choose and select from. Attest that you have completed up to 4 improvement activities for a minimum of 90 days. You basically, it's an attestation, in this case, for improvement activities. The list of these measures or activities is also available on the QPP website. We have the list. We can email you that list, and you can let us know what you have selected. And like I said, the cost or resource category does not come into play until 2018. So for 2017, it's not going to be, it's not going to determine your, performance under MIPS. So that's why we didn't spend too much time on this. So basically, you have quality, improvement activities, advancing care. These are the 3 categories under MIPS that you're responsible to report. So the summary of the MIPS performance categories, as you can see, quality has 60 to 70 points, and it is at 60% of the overall MIPS score. ACI, which was formerly meaningful use, has 100 points, and it's at 25% of your MIPS score. Improvement activities has 40 points, and it's 15% of your overall MIPS score. Cost is at 0. So this is how MIPS will affect your Medicare payment in 2019. You basically have 4 choices. Don't participate. If you don't participate, if you don't send in any data in 2017, then you receive an automatic negative 4% payment adjustment. The second option that you have is submit something. If you submit a minimum amount of 2017 data to Medicare, for example, 1 quality measure or 1 improvement activity, you can avoid the downward payment adjustment of 4%. Third option, submit a partial year. If you submit 90 days of 2017 data to Medicare or CMS, you may earn a neutral or small positive payment adjustment. or the last option that you have to submit a full year. If you submit a full year of 2017 data to Medicare, you may earn a moderate positive payment adjustment. So that's what we're encouraging our providers who are participating in this program to submit a full year of data. So they are in a better position to earn some sort of positive, payment adjustment. Okay, MIPS has no effect on the Medicaid Meaningful Use program. If you have been participating in that program previously, you continue to do so until 2021. MU Medicaid program will end in 2021. Also, hospital-based meaningful use does not change as well. All right, CMS has come up with a physician compare website. See, your MIPS performance data will be publicly available for consumers and third parties. How you perform in MIPS can have an effect on your reputation as a provider of, healthcare. So that's something to be, worried about. Okay, MTBC and MACRA. What are we doing to implement MACRA? MTBC's proprietary software, MTBC WebEHR version 2.0 is 2014 edition ONC certified EHR, which is good for first year of MIPS reporting and will assist our providers to satisfy the advancing care information portion of the MIPS or the meaningful use portion formerly. MTBC is the first EHR vendor to achieve 2015 edition certification of our EHR. MTBC uses claim-based PQRS reporting method, which will assist our providers meet the quality portion of the MIPS. We also assist our providers to report PQRS using a third-party qualified registry service, which can also assist our providers meet the quality portion of the MIPS. What this means is that our systems are ready, to assist our providers, report the MIPS categories, whether it's quality, whether it's ACR, or whether it's improvement activity. So our systems, MTBC WebEHR or practice management system, they are ready for MIPS. And we also have numerous, health IT projects that are currently under development as well. We also have a team of dedicated coaches and industry specialists to help you decipher MACRA and MIPS. You may reach our team at 732-873-5133, extension 308. You can also email us at mgcoaches@mtbc.com. Okay, MTBC is also offering a MACRA guarantee. MTBC has announced a MACRA guarantee, which is available to our new clients who sign an MTBC Practice Pro services agreement on or after July 1st, 2017, and go live by December 1st, 2017. Under this guarantee, clients who utilize the MTBC solution will avoid the looming Medicare reimbursement penalty of 4% in 2019. So CMS is estimating that only 13% of solo providers are expected to escape the Medicare's MACRA penalty, while 100% of MTBC's new participating providers will avoid the penalty, and MTBC is guaranteeing it. So you just got to sign up with our MTBC Practice Pro service agreement and take advantage of the MACRA guarantee that MTBC is offering. That's the bottom line for MIPS. If you have previously participated in EHR incentive programs, you will find MIPS simpler. They have reduced, how many measures you have to report, at least under, PQRS or quality. There's 6 measures. There's no thresholds for, ACI measures. Even if you report one patient, at least that's good enough. One patient or one encounter in a given reporting period is good enough for them. So they have reduced, a lot of, hardships that a lot of providers were facing previously under the meaningful use and PQRS and VBM, separate independent program. They've lumped it all together as one program. Okay, here's some of the resources related to MACRA program. On the top of the list, one of my favorite websites is the QPP website. QPP.cms.gov has a lot of information. It's very user-friendly. And of course, MTBC resources page, that's where we have resources about MACRA and other programs. There's also MACRA acronym, CMS final rule. If you want to read all the 962 pages, that's there. There's also CMS blog that you can read to get get up to speed. Okay. Time for some Q&A session. I'm going to pause here and we'll go and read some of the questions that have been asked by our attendees. Please know that if I have not answered your question, we will definitely respond to you via email. Okay, I got a few questions here. First one, when will I get my first payment under the MACRA MIPS? Okay. Unlike the previous MU program, you won't get a lump sum payment anymore. Your performance in 2017 will determine your payment adjustment in 2019. It could be anywhere from 0 to 4% or even more if you are an exceptional performer. Okay, well, another one is, what happened to MU program? Okay, MU has been rebranded as one of the categories of MIPS called ACI. So ACI has all the MU measures of meaningful use stage 2 in 2017, which you're previously familiar with, and you can start reporting those. Okay. Next question. What if I don't participate in MIPS? Okay. You will be looking at a negative 4% payment adjustment in 2019 and beyond. It's only going to go up 5%, 7%, 9%. Those payment adjustments are going to increase over time if you do not participate in the MIPS program. Okay, here's a good one. I just want to avoid the penalty. What do I do? Okay. If you just want to avoid the 4% penalty, the CMS states that you just report the bare minimum, and that is you report one quality measure, one improvement activity, or the 4 ACI measures of the base score, and you can just avoid the 4% penalty. Okay, next question. I'm a Medicaid provider. Should I also participate in MIPS? Now, this is a little interesting because, I have contacted CMS with this question. This is what their answer was. If you're billing a Medicare, if you're billing to Medicare, you could be subject to MACRA, ruling, and payment adjustments can apply to you. I suggest that, you contact us, and we will evaluate your situation on an individual basis. I mean, you can continue to participate in the Medicaid program under the respective states and earn the incentive through the Medicaid, but they said that there is a possibility that you could be subject to MACRA ruling if you're billing to Medicare. Okay, folks, that's all the time we have for today's webinar. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy schedule to attend this webinar. Thank you and have a blessed day.